Hello, 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 everyone out there in Streamlandia. How is it going today? Boom. We're going to be talking all about Stream Raiders today. First thing up, it's going to be fan art. We've got some fantastic fan art and a little special surprise. Special surprise.
Exciting.
We've got our roadmap and updates. We've got to talk about dungeons.
We got
to talk about dungeons.
A lot about dungeons. Yeah.
We got to talk about the new event. Are you ready to jump in, Kermod?
I am ready to jump in.
Cool. Let's do it. Boom. We've got Andy Ari. We've got Precats Waffles. And we've got ninoozura, whose comic we featured on a new segment, Lori Time, last week. Yeah. ninoozura has a full, fleshed out comic. And you can see that full comic by putting an exclamation point comic into chat. But I think it's time for the roadmap. We're already to the roadmap. Can you believe it, Kermond?
We're driving through this.
Tell us, Kermond, what we're doing as we head into May.
Orcdromeda is going live today. Near the end of the month, we'll be putting together a new unit for the game. No spoilers on that, though.
No spoilers.
No spoilers on that. We'll be continuing to do more dungeons alphas and hopefully get to a open beta as well. We're trying to target for the end of the month for that, but it's going to be predicated on us getting through these alphas cleanly. Yesterday went pretty well, but we need to do. There's a lot of great feedback we got for that. We have more performance improvements coming. We're going to be looking at versus modes, but probably not for May into June. And then we do want to do rebalance work for both the meta and unit specializations. We're hoping to get through that in May because that's something we've been looking at for a long time since we've done the respecialization work. So now you can go in, and if you have a level 30 unit, you can choose a new specialization. We didn't want to touch them until we put that in the game. We put that in the game a little while back, and now we want to make sure we can rebalance everything so you can go choose new ones, that we have viable specializations for all 3 slots right now. Certain units have like 1 viable specialization, and that's not as fun as if you get a choice, if you're making a trade-off. Then stuff that's looking like June, adding bundles into the store, calling them store packs, adding more ways to spend different resources in the store on things like chests. That's coming in June, probably. The badges work we've been talking about for a while, also looking like June. And we've been looking at endgame quests for a while as a way to keep players engaged once they have 2 unlocked units and they're both level 30, and more captain spells.
All right, on to the community top priorities. Kermond.
Since we last spoke, we put in a fix for versus bone. We also put in the option to disable unit animations when you're in placement and in menu. And I wanted to comment too, Thomas, this has been asked for in the community feedback for a long time from the captains, particularly to add the full animation sets to the captain skin resource page. So captains right now can go and see all the skins they have available to them and download GIFs of them so they can share them on stream, promote them, just do whatever they want with them. But it doesn't have the full animation sets.
So that covers what we've got coming up.
As we said last time, like the in-game alerting is something we want to do to make sure the updates we do are less disruptive, that you know they're coming, and you don't have to go to the Discord to see all this information, where right now we do rely on Discord quite a bit, which is great because we can talk to folks there, but it is a pain if you don't want to come to Discord or you're busy somewhere else to know that an update's coming out. You have to be alerted about that. So we want to put that in game. Badges, we've talked about quite a bit. We're still figuring out what they're going to be good for, but they will be good for something. Probably by the end of this quarter. We'll see. Fingers crossed on that. Captain Spell UX I covered. And then the event variety. This is a big topic because we get both the feedback on like, hey, the events are too long, events are too short, vanilla's too long, vanilla's too short. We want to put like the most love we can at every event. It is sort of something that we sort of pride ourselves on. And the cadence which we've been keeping events coming like every month has kind of hampered our ability to like make that quality we want to do and to make changes to it. So a lot of what you've been seeing is like the same layouts on the overworld and a lot of the same maps repeat, at least at the start of the events. And we're looking at that and being like, well, that doesn't feel great. And we want to add there, but we also, we're trying to keep up with this pace we sort of set for ourselves. And so we're making these trade-offs, and we want to take a hard look at that and think about how we can get more map variety in and more mechanics in, maybe ship less chapters in an event, but there's more content to those chapters.
Speaking of where we get our feedback from, the last 2 streamer councils 8 and 9. We had some streamer councils. We brought in some streamers to give us a bunch of feedback on things that they like about the game, things that they want to see. I think we talked about some Skinathon feedback as well. So thank you to everyone for being there.
Streamer Council 9, we asked stuff about quality of life improvements coming to Stream Raiders. How we could, Stream Raiders could help build hype for their streams. How we could improve there, and there's just tons of great feedback there, and it's just awesome hearing that. So, yeah.
Juice, over to you.
I'm here with Skeletora. Skeletora, please introduce yourself. Who are you, where are you from, and what do you do? I'm Skeletora, Twitch streamer extraordinaire. I play lots of different games, variety streamer, but Stream Raiders is definitely a part of it. I don't really have a mission statement to follow this up with, so I'm just going to leave it there.
Skeletora, what was the first game that you fell in love with?
Age of Empires 1 and 2. Those were the ones that my dad had, but that's how I got into gaming. He was just playing it one day, and I walked over and he thought it would be funny to teach me. So obviously I didn't know what I was doing. And I played many games not knowing what I was doing. After that, Neverwinter Nights, best RPG, best game of all time. I will fight you.
If you could give one piece of advice to new captains who are just starting out, what would it be?
Don't be afraid of PvP. That is something I see all the time. Like, all the time. Do PvP, do it with no code, and put that in your stream title. People will show up. So, have at it.
Skeletora, what are your final words?
What did I just say about putting me on the spot? See you later, crocodile. That was so awkward. Don't have to.
Let's make like a baby and head out. No? The head goes out first.
No.
Hmm.
This is the most awkward interview ever. Have a good day right now during this live stream. That's awkward.
Okay, Thomas and Kermond, back to you.
All right, let's talk about dungeons, Mr. Kermond. Tell me about dungeons and what just happened this week.
Well, we did our first closed alpha with 4 captains who were invited to play with us and said yes. So thank you to CB the Great, Simulian, Hooks, and Anjo. Anjo, like banjo. Got it. Anjo, and their communities for giving us, great feedback, playing through, kicking the tires there, testing the tech, and playing. It was really fun to watch, and we got great feedback, and people, I think, thought it was fun, Thomas. The best thing we can do, Thomas, really, to get feedback is to play it with more folks, and I think there's one way we can do that. We can play it right now.
We're at level 1. Oh, the warrior's me. Perfect. We're going to jump into the dungeon. Enter the dungeon. Oh, my little guy runs up. What does Jerry have to say? What's this? Another adventurer seeking glory in the dungeons? Continue. Be warned. Every level you beat will only make the challenge harder. Don't worry about my crew. Blah, blah, is there any treasure? Yeah, we're going to go with blah, blah, is there any treasure? Only if you consider the bones of your enemies a treasure. Okay. You'll be able to empower your army after each battle with boons. Choose them wisely. Are still locked. So we're going to walk over there with the headband on. And we've got our first level. We've got 5 minutes to place units, right, Kermond?
We do. This is a big battle. This is starting strong here.
How do the cooldowns work here?
So there's no cooldowns in dungeons for your units. So viewers that come in and they can put down any of their units in battles, common, uncommon, legendary, they can do those every battle as long as the unit stays alive.
All right, here we go. We're going to go for it. Hopefully, let's do this right here. That probably makes sense. I hope that we at least win 1 level. I think we will. I see a lot of artillery in the bottom. Let's see if this was a smart idea. Does dungeon scale for smaller captains, Kermond?
It does, yeah. So we use different scaling than we do in the campaign. It's more akin to versus, but it's different as well because dungeons do get harder with every run, no matter what. Whereas in the campaign or in versus, you can downscale or things can get easier as if you lose or you have less people playing with you over a given time. Yeah, it does. How are we doing, Thomas? I'm a little behind.
We're gonna win.
Okay. At what cost, though?
That's the question of dungeons. Sure, you're gonna win, but at what cost? I think that's a totally fair question. Yeah, a couple enemies up here still.
Oh, this is the melee only map. Yeah. The flying rogues are really good on this one because there's nothing they can shoot at them. Or there's only the epic units can on the battlefield can hit your flying rogues. Yeah, so that's a piece of feedback. Yeah, for this map particularly. Yeah, make sure you have your flying rogues alive.
All right, we got a victory. We got some bones. We're gonna collect. I do want to see Here's my feedback as a captain. I want to see a breakdown. I think we probably talked about this internally. I want to see a breakdown of like the units that survived and the units that were lost, so we can like start to get a feel of like what like literally at what cost, like what the cost of the battle was.
Yep. So the bits of feedback that we got there, we got that exact one. We want to be able to see the dead units in the leaderboard too, like going live while you're going through it.
All right, hold on. I got to pick a boon. This is important.
Pick a boon.
Okay, here we go. A little battle here. Get a big boy. Let's get into it.
Next battle. So we're going to introduce a new currency. I think we decided on it, but I'll leave it as a surprise. I won't tell folks what you're going to earn when we do launch dungeons fully. But it won't be bones, and there'll be a whole different economy there to go through and collect stuff with. So versus will still be important for bones and bone skins and open a bone chest.
Orcdromeda, the loudest event to ever come to Stream Raiders.
Look at those top skins.
I have to get that musketeer, the middle one with the scope on the like the virtual scope on the sniper rifle. I love that.
Yep.
Boom. Epic Transformer Cosmic Paladin. Looking mighty fine here. Maybe you can walk us through what's happening in this video that's playing right now.
Well, you are on the mothership here. So after you defeated the mastermind in Cyberfall, you discovered an entrance to an alien mothership. You got on board, but it takes off and it heads to the Orc world. So you battle your way to the bridge in order to take down the spaceship, but before you get there, it lands on a planet, Orcdromeda. Yeah, here you're seeing units on the units on the mothership. The Orc engineer, looking at slime tanks. There's an Orc Praetorian guard there, and you can take control of the various robot control consoles by attacking them and bringing them to your side, and that switches over the like robots to fight for you. So once it's activated, like the whole sector goes on alert. There's sort of three states. There's a neutral state, there's a friendly state, and an alert state. So if you were the first ones to get there, you can sort of change units over to your side, which is a thing you want to do and prioritize on those maps. This is when you're on the frontier. You're on Orcdromeda.
This is the frontier. This is after you've landed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stark red wastes of Orcdromeda. Buildings like the jail, the barn, and the saloon, they will all spawn different things and have, when you destroy them, dump out other units that you have to fight too. So it's all good there. There are mounted cowpokes there, mounted cowpoke orcs that you have to kind of take off their mount and then you have to kill separately too. And here's the three buildings: the saloon, the jail, and the barn.
More enemies. Hold on, there's another slide. Who are these guys? Oh, here's the slime fellow.
Yeah.
Right?
So we got the slime fellow there, and
there's a one that there's a slime fellow with a guy on it too?
Yeah, that is the slime fellow rider right there.
Wow.
So that's the mounted cowpoke orc. It's gonna ride its noble steed there, which is the slime fellow, which is to the orcs to the mounted cowpoke. That is the highest of steeds you could get on Orcdromeda there.
Play the new event, Orcdromeda, live now. Get the skins, get the battle pass. We will see you guys next time. See y'all later. Peace.